In 1976, at the Mayapur festival, one Vaishnava devotee named Anantarama Shastri came to join Śrīla Prabhupada. This devotee was born in a Vaishnava family. He was a very proficient Sanskrit scholar. He knew a few Indian languages, and he was a very good devotee. And he came to the festival, and he was living very close to Śrīla Prabhupada's room, and Prabhupada was engaging him in translating some of the commentaries of the great acharyas on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Again, this person was just not knowledgeable in the Sanskrit. He was a very, very expert and very proficient. That's what the Shastri title is. Incidentally, the convener of our program, Venkat Bhatta, comes from a family originally of Shastris, of great Sanskrit scholars, so we're very fortunate as well. Anyway, back to this devotee. This devotee composed a hymn called the Prabhupada Stotram. This originally was 23 Sanskrit prayers in glorification of Śrīla Prabhupada. So what he did in Mayapur that year, he was chanting before the beginning of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam classes. He was just besides the Vyasasana of Śrīla Prabhupada at Mayapur, and he was chanting very melodiously the 5 of these prayers. So somewhere or other, I was able to acquire these prayers from this Pandit, along with some translations in English. And later on, in October of 1976, I was in Vrindavan, and when Prabhupada assigned me to stay in the Gurukul and teach the children some Sanskrit recitation, we were chanting these hymns in front of Śrīla Prabhupada in the morning, just before Guru Puja. And what happened in 1977, Prabhupada was very pleased with these recitations with all the Gurukul children there. In 1977, in May, when I had the opportunity to serve Śrīla Prabhupada and massage his feet at night and attend to him for a few hours, one night he asked me, it says, "Do you still have those prayers that Krishna Kacheta Madamoha Vinasha Karin?" I said, "Yes, Śrīla Prabhupada." And Prabhupada says you should continue to teach this to the Gurukul children and also to the other devotees. Because if the devotees recite these prayers, they will develop very good sneha. I said, "Well, what is that, Prabhupada?" Oh, that it means respect and affection for the spiritual master. Says this is very valuable prayers that Vaishnava scholar. Then he asked me what happened to him. I said, "Well, my understanding is that he stayed for some time and then some devotees chased him away. Some dispute happened with some other Sanskrit scholar from ISKCON who was simply subsequently kicked out of ISKCON by Śrīla Prabhupada. So that devotee somewhere or other left, but his prayers are still there. Those hymns, I believe, are there on the internet on the Prabhupada, so-called PrabhupadaNuga.com. So at some point in this program, we will recite these prayers in the future, not this particular session. We'll recite these prayers, and I will read, because I was making notes of my conversation with Prabhupada. That conversation, unfortunately, was not recorded. I had no recording facilities when I was massaging Prabhupada's feet in those days, but I did make notes subsequent of the exact conversations I had with Śrīla Prabhupada.